and coming back to consistency and uh, your drive to be really consistent. You read so much every day. You spend your time early in the morning reading at least 200 pages. So, and you teach also as to how you can read. And I mean, from Murli is what I learned about reading is different, learning is different. Okay, you would want to share that piece, Murli?
Oh, reading is different, understanding is different.
Understanding, yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's a very simple saying, don't try to understand anything. The minute you understand something, it becomes a weight inside you. Okay? How will you release the weight or burden inside you? Is only by taking action, then it becomes wisdom. But the problem is many of them are reading to understand, okay, and then add more weight inside you. It's like occupying the mental space, the terabytes and gigabytes inside your head. And then what? After that, you are running behind. That's the reason we are trying to forget everything. We are not focused. We get distracted and all these things. So reading is, and then that's because we have been taught, conditioned that we need to, whatever we are reading, we have to understand. Okay, that's because of the current schooling system or education system. But again, you have to understand why that system came into place, because of the necessities in life. Okay? At that time, we never had such processes, so everyone economy had to develop. So obviously, how will you judge anyone? Only when they go and write an exam, score some marks. So for that, you need to have understanding. So they taught you in school that whatever you are reading, understand, because you have to write it in an exam, you have to score a mark. Based on the mark only, your next level admission will be there, and so on and so forth. So that one system was created to channelize everyone. But unfortunately, the side effect of that is that we ended up in trying to understand everything. Okay?
Never try accumulating more weight.
Never try to understand anything. Ignorance is actually bliss. So that's the reason I always say, read the book, don't try to understand. Unless if you're going to implement that book. Many people come back and say, Murali, I read a lot of scriptures and Bhagavad Gita and this and that. I said, for what? Are you implementing it? What percentage of these scriptures or philosophy or the text or the holy stuff you are reading, are you implementing in your life? If you don't implement, but you have understood it, actually you are inviting depression inside you. Because your inner self has understood, but your outer self is not acting. That conflict leads to depression. That conflict leads to suffering. And that's the reason you become more unhappier quickly. That satisfaction doesn't come. So that's the reason, read, don't try to understand. Just read.